Good morning from Fast Company. Here's our daily look into what's driving today's creative business leaders. When British fashion designer Oswald Boateng was tasked with creating new uniforms for British Airlines, he didn't sequester himself in his studio and invent designs out of thin air. Instead, he began by meeting with employees, baggage handlers, engineers, flight captains, and more. He asked what they expected and wanted. Ultimately, Boateng decided to call his designs a collection rather than just uniforms to stoke staff enthusiasm. It's a telling tale. Sometimes, as a leader, the best way to spark creativity is to go straight to the front line, to spend time with employees across the company, and if your business is international, across the globe. Especially if you're experiencing a creative block, a tour of your office can ignite ideas and solutions. We all face creativity blocks, but here are some ways you can seek out inspiration from your colleagues to get out of a rut. Volunteer to be a note-taker. In the past, leaders could get away with problem-solving and decision-making by consulting a small circle of advisors. Today, the nature of work has changed, along with the nature of problems. Technology is advancing more rapidly than ever, customers have higher expectations, and of course, global issues like climate change are more pressing than ever. Increasingly complex problems require increasingly innovative solutions. As research published by Harvard Business School suggests, today's leaders have to gather input and buy-in from a larger and more diverse range of experts. This new landscape makes social skills like listening more critical than ever. For leaders, the expectation is often that we communicate our ideas, our expectations, and our vision. Listening, on the other hand, is sorely underrated, especially when you're searching for creative ideas. As you connect with your coworkers looking for inspiration, one way to ensure you're listening more than speaking is by volunteering to be the note-taker. When you attend meetings, record each participant's input. Even if you're using an AI-powered note-taking app, you can spearhead the process of capturing and organizing everything discussed. Resist the urge to weigh in, even if employees look to you to resolve open questions. Remember, brainstorming is about the process. Putting yourself in a position to do more listening than speaking can maximize the number of ideas discussed. I found that when team members know I'm interested in their thoughts and actively listening rather than leading the conversation, they're more motivated to share their ideas. Schedule one-on-one meetings. While group meetings are a great way to get the ball rolling, scheduling one-on-one meetings can help flesh out your ideas, especially if an employee is on the introverted side of the spectrum. Writing for Fast Company, Evans Baya explains that engaging quieter team members and finding the ideal way to work with them can lead to a goldmine of well-thought-out and creative ideas that are even deeper and more developed than what you get in a quick brainstorm session. Regardless of an employee's personality type, Baya's tips can help make your one-on-one meetings more productive. Provide employees with detailed information about the issue in advance, allowing them time to reflect before the meeting. This gives everyone, even extroverts who may prefer thinking on their feet, a chance to enter the discussion on equal footing, ensuring more thoughtful and creative input. Pull together a recap document. The final step is to recap all that you have learned and how your colleagues have inspired you. Like leaving a networking event with empty pockets versus a stack of business cards, this final effort makes the difference between mere socializing and meaningful productivity. When I visit JotForm's various offices, I often take the last half hour of the day to pull together a recap. Using my meeting notes, I outline key contributions, takeaways, and open questions. I list new objectives, and I summarize any points or issues I'd like to explore. Compiling my notes helps me to reflect on and expand on ideas. Sometimes it helps me to recognize that an idea isn't worth pursuing. Other times, it helps me ensure that good ideas don't slip through the cracks. Preparing a recap document also helps me improve my time management. If, for example, I realize that the day didn't get my creative wheels turning, I might rethink how I'm spending my time. For example, I might choose to sit in on fewer group meetings in favor of more one-on-ones. As much as I appreciate the added face time, the goal is to spark new ideas. Hopefully, with these strategies, you'll be equipped to break through your next creative rut and find your next great idea, too.
Spoken Layer.